What's going on, YouTube? I am Germ here. Today we're talking all about cases. We're going to be going over some of my picks for the best cases to buy right now. I have previously in some videos gone over what some of the best cases are in general for investing, for going forward in the future, all that stuff. But in this video today, I want to talk more specifically about buying some cases that have been dipping recently and getting some good cases at some good prices as well, which I think is very, very interesting right now as the market is kind of going up, down, and all over the place. Obviously, lately I've been making a lot more videos about cases because I really do think they are the top-ist tier investment in the Counter-Strike markets, especially as I research more and more into some of the numbers and data and all that good stuff. And when the market is going up and it's overinflated, sometimes you have to find some deals. You got to look for what's undervalued, underrated, whatever. But we all know the markets have kind of been down over the last couple of months. And I think while the markets are down or underrated or maybe a little bit undervalued, you should really be buying the best tier stuff possible. So that's making me want to lean a lot more towards cases. So we're going to be going over some specifics and some things that I think are actually good purchases today, right now in this video. Before we get into that, I just wanted to plug my cash trading business really quick. If you are looking to sell any of your Counter-Strike items, gloves, skins, cases, whatever it might be, stickers, capsules, you should hit me up. I can give you an offer. We might be able to figure something out. I've gotten tons of cash trading deals done over the past couple months. I have this thread going on Twitter about all the different stuff I've bought. I've bought glitters. I've bought hollows. I've bought guns. I've bought knives. I've bought gloves, different kinds of stickers, all different stuff. Recently, this is one of the trades I did where I bought, a knife, a gun, and some gloves all from somebody. Seems like people are really, really happy. Obviously, selling to me is a safe, secure, quick way to get yourself cash, crypto, whatever you want really, really fast. So if you're interested in that, hit me up on Twitter. My Twitter is going to be linked in the description below. With that being said, let's get right into this today. So, looking at cases, obviously the Counter-Strike markets in general have been kind of bouncing back over the past couple weeks or so. If we look like at the last 7 days, there's a lot of cases that have been doing really pretty good. Now, there's some stuff that's down. There is some red here in the market, but if we sort by the highest stuff in the last 7 days, you'll see there's some cases up 17, 13, 10, 9, 7, 6%. But what I'm more interested in today's video is what hasn't been doing so good over the past months or whatever, past couple months. I'm looking mostly at the last 30 days for some of my top case choices to buy right now, because again, I think cases are really, really good. So if you can get some stuff at a huge discount, good stuff at a big discount, I think that is going to present a very, very interesting buying opportunity. So the first case I am looking at as a top 5 purchase right now in the markets, this is the Snakebite case. Now, obviously the Snakebite, you can see here, it is an active duty case, and it's not even the oldest active duty case. So whenever some new content or a new case or whatever does come out in CS2, I don't necessarily think that Snakebite is going to be the next case to go rare. But the Snakebite case does present a very, very interesting opportunity right now, where you can see on Price Empire, Snakebite case is down 20% in the last 30 days. It's also down to 20 cents as the buff price. And the other interesting thing is the cheapest non-active duty case, the cheapest rare case, is going to be the clutch case at 43 cents. So that means right now, obviously, we don't know what the Snakebite's going to do. The Snakebite doesn't have to get to the exact same price as clutch or whatever, but if the Snakebite goes from active duty to rare and even becomes as expensive as the cheapest rare case right now, that would be the Snakebite case doubling, a little bit more than doubling in price, which I think does present a really, really awesome opportunity. Obviously, over the course of Counter-Strike, we've seen cases do very, very well when they've gone from active duty to rare. Yeah, we're kind of in a different era with a lot more investors, a lot more people buying and holding on to cases and case prices being inflated and all that stuff. So we're kind of in uncharted territories a little bit. But I do think the Snakebite case on this dip, again, down 20% last month, also being so cheap, you can get this on the Steam community market for 28 cents. You can get them on third-party marketplaces, again, for as low as 20 cents. I think present a very, very interesting and awesome opportunity. I think they're one of the best cases to buy right now, even though they are active duty. Yes, I do think that the fracture cases will probably be getting removed from the active duty sooner than Snakebite, but I also think we're going to be getting tons of new content and cases and stuff like this at some point soon in CS2. So I wouldn't be surprised if even if fracture gets kind of removed next, that Snakebite will be getting removed sooner rather than later, whatever. Yes, Snakebite, I know a lot of people say it's a trash case. Yes, the supply is really high, blah, 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 blah. But the low prices and the fact that it's still in active duty, I think presents an awesome opportunity, especially on this dip we've seen over the last month. I think Snakebite is an awesome purchase right now. Next up, the Chroma 2. We can check out Chroma 2 here, see what it's been doing. I can't remember. I keep getting this mixed up with how I have everything sorted, but Chroma 2 is down 2.15% in the last 30 days, and yes, that might not seem like much, but being down 2% last month for one of the best cases in the game. This case is very, very popular. It's a case that streamers, YouTubers, all these different people love to open up. And again, when people with these big fan bases open up a ton of these cases, obviously that eats into the supply, but also it gets their fans open up them to open up a bunch of these cases and stuff. Also, Chroma 2, one of the most fun and exciting cases to open up. People love it for good reason. If you can get this case on a dip, it's almost always seemingly going to be a good purchase. Again, who knows what the future has in store? Who knows if cases are going to drop further, skyrocket, whatever. But when and if CS2 ever does get a big rush of players, Chroma 2 is always going to be a top tier case. It's always going to be really, really cool. So again, even though 2% doesn't seem like a huge dip, and we're going to look at bigger dips on this list, Chroma 2 at any kind of dip seems like a really, really awesome and exciting purchase to me. It's got some good skins. Obviously, it has some awesome knives and other items. So Chroma 2 is one to look out for. Next, we have the Operation Riptide case. This is a personal favorite of mine. I don't know if I've bought any of these recently, but I definitely will be buying some recently. I think I bought them, but I might have sold them at some point as well. It might have been like a quick flip or something like that. But Operation Riptide has dropped a little bit recently. It's down 4% in the last month, and this one is obviously very, very interesting to me because not only is it not active duty, it's not a rare case. This is one of those few discontinued cases in the game, and if we look at the three kind of Operation cases that are discontinued, the Shattered Web, the Broken Fang, and the Riptide, Riptide has actually dropped the most over the past month, again being down 4%. And again, Riptide is one of these cases that is in this interesting spot where since it's discontinued, it's dropping at a very, very low rate, or it's not dropping at all, and the supply is getting eaten into massively, and we're getting into this weird spot where they're being opened and not dropped, and it's going to have this really, really crazy supply crunch, and they might be a very, very hard to find asset not that short into the future. So I think buying up these discontinued cases is a really, really interesting opportunity, especially buying them at a dip, which doesn't really make sense that they're dipping because demand maybe is going down a little bit as the player base decreases, but again, that supply side is what makes these very, very interesting. So I love the Operation Riptide cases. I love Operation Riptide in general. I think these are a very, very interesting pickup, and being able to buy these at a dip or at a discount, I think is always going to be great. Next up, we have the Horizon case. This case is kind of probably underrated a lot. It's down 7% in the last month, which is honestly a pretty big drop. And when I've looked at stuff like my CS investing spreadsheet, we have the Horizon case, which at the time that I ran these numbers, this was in August of 2023, the Horizon was one of the best performing cases over the past year. It was up like 3.7x from August of 2022 to August of 2023, so it had been a top performer in kind of a quiet, underrepresented way. It's got some kind of cool skins in it, like the AK-47 Neon Rider. It's a cheaper case. Right now, you can get this thing on the Steam Community Marketplace for around $1. Not super cheap, but a little bit cheaper. This says, you can get them starting at 95 cents. And again, on this kind of big of a drop, down 7% in the last month, I think the Horizon case actually presents an interesting opportunity where it seems like not a lot of people are going after this one. So you could be one of those people that's maybe buying these up. I think it's an interesting purchase based on the numbers that I'm seeing, again, in terms of the returns over the past couple of years, and buying it at a dip over the past month seems really cool and good to me. Finally, the last one here might be another one of a little bit of a surprise, but the CS20 case, again, one of the cheaper ones here. Right now in Steam Community Market, you are able to pick them up for, looks like about 70 cents, 72 cents is the most recent ones that are listed. And if we look at these on here, we can see that the CS20 case is down almost 10% over the last month. When I look at my spreadsheet, again, when I ran these numbers in August, the CS20 case was one of these ones that was up 3.3x in the past year. One of the top performers in the other upper echelon, maybe it's like a B+, A- tier, somewhere in there. And if I can get some of these top performing cases at discounts and at good prices, that is something that's going to be very, very attractive to me, at least from a data analysis perspective, which is something I really want to be focusing on in my investing stuff, is having reason and rationale behind it. So I think the CS20, again, even though it's one of these cases that might be not talked about as much, or might be a little bit underrated, or people might be sleeping on it a little bit, I think it presents a very, very interesting opportunity. But these are the 5 of the cases that I think are the best purchases right now from a CS2 investing perspective, based on price trends, performance over the past couple of years, and where we are at right now in terms of the market dipping down, and cases still being one of the best assets in the game. Buying one of the best assets in the game at a discount is going to be very, very attractive to me. But still, if I'm going to be buying cases, I want to be buying some of the cases that I think are going to do the best performing going forward. These are some of the top 5 choices right now. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Pretty much it for this one today. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.